U.S. presidential candidate RFK Jr. vows to exempt crypto from capital gains tax if elected. Wait, was that it? Or is there another one? No, I think I'm confused. Oh, okay. Sorry, I read the wrong story, you guys. You're going to have to forgive me. But basically, well, that happened. But he also vows to back dollar with Bitcoin, exempt Bitcoin from taxes. Okay, that makes sense. So he came out yesterday swinging and said that this would spur investment and incentivize businesses to stay and grow within the U.S. It would promote innovation, protect privacy, and make it harder for governments to use currency against free speech. We will also be able to use Bitcoin to save the U.S. dollar. I think that this is an absolute fantastic idea. I think it would make a lot of sense because Bitcoin does have a finite supply. It is capped at 21 million. You cannot make more Bitcoin. You cannot print more Bitcoin. As you all know, the money printer goes, and you cannot do that with Bitcoin. So I think it'd be absolutely fantastic. However, I think that this is not going to happen. He already has the vote of all the Bitcoin maxis and some of the folks in crypto. So it's just typical campaign stuff. But I actually want to toss this over to Will because he's our resident maxi and get your thoughts on this.
Hilarious how I'm the maxi. I don't understand that. But fact check, you can make more Bitcoin. I'm mining right now, Wendy, every second, getting another Satoshi. So just know you still can't do that. But there's a cap. You're correct there. I think this whole story is just more like pleading to the base he's trying to make. So I'm not that interested about it. It's cool to see Bitcoin being like a presidential topic, but let's be honest, that happened last cycle too, right? Like it was a topic in 2020. We've seen Trump tweet about it as far back as like 2018, 2019. People have been talking about Bitcoin for a while. What's that Obama quote, right? Like Bitcoin is a Swiss vault in your pocket. So it's been a presidential topic forever. I don't think this changes anything at all. And I also think that like his idea is just laughably bad to back everything with gold and Bitcoin again when that wouldn't even be feasibly possible. I think he's just pandering to his base. And I don't love pandering. I want to see a strong man as president here, a strong candidate. I don't want to see this pandering here. I think it's kind of weak. Jen?
No, I want to give it to Zach. He put his hand up with some vigor, so I'm going to let Zach go and I'll go after him.
I love that take, Will. I love that take because oftentimes when you are the one being pandered to, it feels great. It's like, oh, I hate pandering, but they're pandering to me. It's great. So for you to go out there as the resident Bitcoin maxi on the hash and say, this is pandering, I'm calling it like I see it, that's amazing. I think the only thing I'll add to this, just to echo Will, is that, RFK Jr. is polling at like 15%. I think the Democratic front runner is something at like 60% approval rating, that being Joe Biden. So when you're polling at 15%, you got to pull out all the stops and cobble together whatever coalition you can cobble together. And then if that includes some Bitcoin maxis, however many of them there are who vote in presidential elections, then you know what? It's worth shooting your shot. And that's what RFK Jr. is doing here. But I agree. It feels a bit strange to
imagine wanting these people on your base. Like, this is the group you want? Really?
These are the people you want? Well, Will, this is just the state of affairs.
It's your people. Well, come on. Stop dissing your own.
What are you talking about?
He's just a humble miner, just stacking sats over here.
Yeah,
anyway,
humble miner.
Will and humble. 2 words I didn't think we would see together. First, before I give my take, Wendy, can you just do the money printer one more time? I love that noise. We need to...
Oh no,
I do
Wendy's
I talk all the time, and my audience just thinks I'm absolutely insane, but I'm so much here for it. And you got to bring some fun into it. So
Wendy's going to be like the next big like NPC streamer to go viral, and we're just going to pivot the hash to just NPC streaming. There we go. Ice cream's so good. Anyway, Jen, say something.
Okay. Yeah, no, I agree with everything that you have all said. I mean, the fact that we have Republicans and Democrats talking about crypto ahead of the elections, I think is interesting. I think there are a lot of people who are following the elections, figuring out who they want to vote for, and maybe learning about some of the talking points behind Bitcoin. Of course, we have DeSantis out there saying that if he becomes president, CBDCs will be banned because the government is bad and they will surveil you. I don't know if these are necessarily the people we want out there teaching people about crypto, but I think people will hear about it. Their interest might get piqued and they might go out and learn a little bit more. Of course, I have to bring up the fact that with all of this going on with presidential hopefuls, there's like people like Ben McKenzie out there with his anti-crypto book, also like saying how bad crypto is for everyone. And so we have all of these narratives. And I think that the silver lining here is that people will hear them and maybe go out and do some of their own research. So I will leave it at that. Wendy, I saw you roll your eyes, so I'll let you respond to the Ben McKenzie remark.
Ben McKenzie is the ultimate grifter. Nobody knows who he is. It's typical entertainment industry in Hollywood. When you're super washed up, you have to clout chase, you have to grift. I actually would love to see him and my co-host on my podcast, me and BitBoy Crypto. We have a podcast, Forever Frenemies. It would be so great to moderate that. It would be an absolute
the clash of intellectual titans. It would be good.
It would. I am the smartest one. I would be the smartest one on the show, which says a lot.
I would watch it.
Did you guys talk about the Ben McKenzie story when I was away? Because him getting wrecked by shorting Bitcoin and missing the mark to something like the tune of like $250,000. I think that's what it said in that piece.
Fake news.
I don't know what to make of it. Yeah,
he's irrelevant.
We're talking about him.
Yeah, because he's a grifter. So he's doing his job.
All right, let's leave the Ben McKenzie story there. I'm sure we'll circle back to it in some time.